reminder, Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. So only one of the 3 runs ended up being unearned. You know, Ben Zobrist would be the first guy to say, my bad. And he takes a strike. So he's played right, left, and today second. In the dirt, you mentioned Lynn coming off Tommy John surgery, first start since October of 2015. This is his free agent season. And he said the other day to reporters he's open to a contract extension, but he understands the Cardinals would likely rather wait to see how healthy and effective he is here in the early going.
Yeah, they've been in a mood here, the Cardinals, of late. They've signed a number of people, including their manager Mike Matheny, to extensions. But yeah, no doubt they're going to want to see Lynn go for a while and have confidence that he's going to be healthy going forward before they put anything on the table.
Still 2-2. Basically, since Lynn has been in the big leagues, only Bartolo Colon has thrown his fastball more often. And in Colon's case, the fastball really means a couple of different pitches at the very least, as he will manipulate it.
Yeah, that's kind of the irony of it all, is Colon, one of the softest tossers in the game now. He used to be, you know, a guy that could really blow. He'd go mid-90s, but you know, now it's more like 87, 88, but it's movement and location for Colon.
On the ground to Wong, down to a knee.
Following the Cubs' historic World Series championship season, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the home opener. Show your support of Cubs baseball from the beginning. April and May weekday games offer fans the best availability to get the seats you want. Get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Addison Russell, 2 for 8 with a double and a run scored in the series. Takes ball 1.
The other thing about Lynn, too, that makes him tough for hitters is he gives you some angles. He's a big guy, and as I mentioned, he works from the first base side of the rubber. Kind of like Arrieta, not to the extreme. He throws it across his body some.
Right field, not deep. Wong out. It'll be Grichuk, though. And now Jason Hayward. I'll tell you, the crowd is bigger than I expected. Only in that we weren't supposed to play a game today. This place is almost full. But that speaks to Cubs Cardinals. A few sections in the upper reaches that are maybe half or a third full, but
a lot of blue in the house today.
There is. To a lot of Cub fans this week. Two balls and a strike. Hayward had the game-winning RBI Tuesday night. Ball to right. Grichuk for the final outside, retired 1-2-3.
When did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we do things differently. So differently, we invented a word for it: transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It means respect. Because we don't just fly you, we like you.
On the Gulf Coast, new ExxonMobil projects are expected to create over 45,000 jobs. And each job created by the energy industry supports 2 others in the community. Altogether, the industry supports over 9 million jobs nationwide. These are jobs that natural gas is helping make happen, all while reducing America's emissions. Energy lives here.
Nice car. Not so nice scratch. Wouldn't it be nice if removing ugly scratches from your car was this easy? Now with new Finish Scratch Doctor, removing surface scratches is easy. In fact, independent laboratory tests have proven Scratch Doctor to be the best scratch remover available. Scratch Doctor with advanced microtechnology also removes paint scrapes, scuffs, haze, and swirl marks. So get Scratch Doctor.
#1 rated Scratch Doctor, available at Advance Auto, Walgreens, Ace, Target, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Well, the good news is Stephen Piscotty did pass all the concussion tests on Wednesday. But our Gig It Time moment, powered by Xfinity, high-speed action with a new name, and he said he'll never forget his tour around the bases. He got hit by a pitch and by 2 throws. The last one basically said he blacked out. He thought he'd been hit in the face, but fortunately caught mostly ear flap. Scary.
Yeah, that was just a crazy trip around the bases for him. Just after signing a 6-year, $33.5 million extension on Monday with the Cardinals, so celebrated that by becoming a human pincushion there for a trip around the bases, but he's good to go.
Mike Matheny has been very outspoken about really taking care of Major League players who suffer concussions. His career ended as the result of a concussion, and he was in bad shape for a long time as a result. So second time through the order, and Fowler looks at a strike.
Yeah, that becomes a real challenge for John Lackey facing the top of the order, the second consecutive inning. A lot of times, you give up a couple runs in the first inning, but you get through it down near the bottom of the batting order, so you come out for the second. Maybe you're facing 8-9-1. You've got a chance to build some momentum and settle in. But in this instance, he faced all 9, so he's got to start fresh with Fowler.
And Dexter reaches on an opposite field single. And I should clarify Piscotty's comments. He said, I, quote, definitely didn't black out, but I was stunned and didn't realize what happened on the throw that hit him in the helmet.
They're staying back nicely on that breaking ball, serving the line drive to left. I don't remember seeing a whole lot of that from Dexter. He's shooting the ball the other way.
Let's see if they can turn this one. They do. 5-4-3.
Charges it, creates an angle for that throw to Zobrist. That allows him to make the turn before Fowler could get into him.
So 2 quick outs. Now it's Carpenter. Single and a run in the first. Outside, ball 1. Cubs' next opponent will be the Milwaukee Brewers at Millard Park starting tomorrow night. They're wrapping up a 4-game series today with the Rockies. Rockies have taken 2 of the first 3. No score, bottom of the second in that one. Antonio Senzatella pitching for the Rockies. Chase Anderson for the Brewers. And we'll have it for you on CSN. Coverage starting at 6:30. Brett Anderson makes his Cub debut against right-hander Jimmy Nelson. How about
Milwaukee,
one unbeaten team in the NL right now and one team without a win? That's it.
It's parity. Who's unbeaten?
The Nationals. The Pirates are 0-2. Two. Fly ball deep center. Jay tracking just over that arch, cut into the grass. And we've completed 2 from St. Lou. It's 3-0 Cardinals.
We're out of ink. Ink. Not ink.
Buying ink doesn't have to be painful. Now during HP Savings Month at Staples, buy 1 HP ink and get the second 40% off.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with legendary sportscaster Steve Stone.
And I know the right team knows how to win, like Howard Ankin Law Office.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, I'm here to help. Please give me a call.
Put Howard's number in your phone right now, 312-6...
This is Jason Kipnis, second baseman for the Cleveland Indians. His nickname is Dirtbag because getting dirty never holds him back. When Kip's not playing baseball, he's reading about baseball. When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball. When he's not listening to baseball, he's watching baseball.
Ooh, you better get dirty, get down.
And when he's not watching baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
The Jeep brand presents Great Moments in the Great Outdoors. April 27th, the Wright family learned to live off the land.
Ow.
June 18th, Dave unleashed his inner hamster. August 9th, Brian Jr. looked away from his phone for 3 whole minutes. Find your moment with great deals at the Jeep Spring Clearance event.
Right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $299 a month.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm.
Folks, whether you're stuck late at work, at the gym, or on the train, you can now watch your Cubs on the go. Live stream all CSN Chicago Cubs games at csnchicago.com or on the NBC Sports app. No excuses not to tune in.
So I have an idea. We like to bat around some ideas throughout the season on our telecasts. Miguel Montero will bat for the first time this season, and he fouls away. We have built-in off days after opening day, just as a buffer, right? So if Sunday night's game had been rained out, opening day would have been Monday. We have the same at Wrigley Field next week. The Cubs had 3 off days built into the first 8 days of the season. But because of the capricious nature of the weather in April in many parts of the country, we have rainouts anyway. Ground ball to first. Carpenter will take it unassisted. Do we need to have the built-in off days in addition? Should we just... Because most teams want these off days later in the season.
Correct.
And it always feels like every year, invariably, we talk to coaches and managers about, man, I want to play a lot now. I don't want my guys sitting around.
Yeah, So you're saying not schedule the off day for after opening day?
Just take your chance, and if you play 2 out of 3 instead of 3 out of 3, and then reschedule later if you have to, which tends to happen a lot anyway. So game 2 becomes opening day.
Mm-hmm. See, the problem is the folks that bought a ticket thinking they were going to get opening day would then not have a ticket for opening day. And that's always a big draw.
So that would be the reason.
So that would be the one you might always keep open, but some of the other scheduled off days early in the schedule, maybe you could push those till later in the season.
And I believe starting next year we will have extra off days anyway, right? That's part of the new CBA.
Oh, is that right?
I think so.
So does that mean an earlier start to the season?
I don't know.
Or later finish?
Two and two on Lackey. Jay is on deck. And hit well, and a base hit. So John Lackey, by far the best contact early on against Lynn, as the Cubs' first hit.
The ball riding in on him a little bit. Slices it the other way. Nice reception for the former Cardinal, John Jay, as he steps up to home plate. I've got it on good authority from the great Steve Sparks that there will be an earlier start to the season next year.
Okay. Thank you, Sparky. There will be 4 additional off days starting next year. And a strike to Jay.
.291 last year with the Pods. Doesn't hit for power. He's a pretty solid contact guy throughout his big league career. That started with the Cardinals in 2010. He was a second-round draft pick of the Cardinals in 06 out of the University of Miami.
Could be 2. But Jay able to beat it out.
Not a lot of pace on that ground ball. It keeps the inning alive, and that's important because you got a guy striding up to home plate who can hit it in the seats.
Pitch to Schwarber. Misses ball 1. If you're following, on the MLB app with Game Day and all of that, and we've got the graphic with the pitch location, all of that now has been centralized pitchcast by MLB, and they are identifying a lot of these 93, 94s as sliders from Lynn, but that's his fastball, right?
Yeah. It's a rare changeup there. Yeah, he's going to go 92 to 94 for the most part with the heater. The slider's going to be 86, 87. Change up 85-ish.
That's a strike.
Back-to-back change-ups. So now Molina will consider, well, a couple of change-ups. Have I slowed him down? Can we jam him with a heater? So far, everything's been away and down.
So if I told you that today is Kyle Schwarber's 74th Major League game, would you say, really? Feels like he's been around.
Well, he's
a
been
lot
such
longer.
a big part of the story, yeah.
He's also played in 14 postseason games. That's back out of play.
I just love the at-bats he's taking here in the early going. He's working a lot of deep counts. He has a real good idea what he's doing up there. Rarely goes out of the zone. The other night, first time up, deep count, went 3-2, saw a lot of pitches, worked a walk. Next time up, first pitch challenge fastball, he jumped all over it, just missed hitting it out of the ballpark.
Jay at first, 2 outs. Cubs trail 3-0 here in the third. Jay runs, swing and a miss.
Out of his game that time.
Lynn's got 2 strikeouts and a 3-0 lead in the third.
Thanks for the ride.
No problem.
Did you get a new car?
Yeah, I just got it from Continental Motors.
Well, how was it?
It was great. They made it super easy and it felt like buying from family.
Experience the Continental difference. ContinentalMotors.com.
Spring is on, and it's time to get growing. As America's #1 professional lawn care company, True Green can tailor a plan that turns your ordinary lawn into an extraordinary one. So start your True Green lawn plan today for only $29.95.
Thank you. Imagine if the things you bought every day earned you miles to get to the places you really want to go. With the United Mileage Plus Explorer card, you get a free checked bag, 2 United Club passes, priority boarding, and 50,000 bonus miles. Everything you need for an unforgettable vacation. The United Mileage Plus Explorer card. Imagine where it'll take you.
What if? 2 words that could change your life. What if you missed your daughter's wedding? Missed your first prom? What if you missed the Cubs winning the World Series?
Without my heart transplant.
Without my liver transplant.
Without my kidney transplant. What if it were you? Don't let what ifs change your life. Sign up for the Illinois Secretary of State's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry. Go to lifegoeson.com.
Introducing the Cubs' new instant mobile ticketing offer. The MLB.com Ballpark app is your free, secure, and convenient way to instantly access Cubs tickets via your mobile device. Download the app at the App Store or Google Play and begin using Ballpark today. For more information, visit Cubs.com/Ballpark app.
Molina, an RBI fielder's choice in the first inning. Looked like it was going to be an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play, and it opened the door to 3 Cardinal runs. Molina since 2011 has hit .351 with now, if we added that RBI, 18 go-ahead RBIs against the Cubs. Ball and 2 strikes.
Dealt with injuries a couple of years ago. Had a nice bounce back season last year, hitting better than .300.
got that extra jaw guard as well. Two from Lackey is punched down the right field line, out of play. Molina signed a 3-year, $60 million extension on opening day Sunday. Full count, 3-2 on deck. Matt Adams. Like Molina will be a lifelong Cardinal. He got his shot with this team due to an injury to Mike Matheny. And he chased a bad one. Lackey strikes him out.
Molina doesn't strike out very often. He's a contact guy. Only struck out 11% of the time last year, well below league average, but a little overly anxious there. Chase that slider off the plate. You see the big leg kick. He's not trying to punch one the other way there. He's looking to do damage. He's guessing fastball, and he guessed wrong. Thought he had his old battery mate figured out.
Adams will need a new bat. Hey, tonight, two teams sitting at the top of their divisions face off in a Western Conference showdown. Hawks, Ducks. Coverage begins at 8:30 on CSN Plus with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live or stream live on the NBC Sports app. One and one to Adams. The Blackhawks played in this ballpark, didn't they? This winter against
one
the
of those
Blues.
Winter Series games, yeah.
Yeah. One and two. Here it comes. Now 2-2.
Well, St. Louis, a two-sport team. You know, the football team moved away. You know that. And they're trying to get a soccer team here, an MLS team, and the stadium proposal got voted down. This has always been a big soccer city.
Hands over his head, and a 2-2. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Lackey.
Curveball that time gets the job done.
Grichuk digs in. RBI single in the first.
John saw a spike in his strikeout rate last year from the year before. 2 years ago with the Cardinals, he posted a .277 ERA, which was the best of his major league career. He saw his strikeout rate jump up by 5 percentage points last year. I think part of it, you know, the philosophy in St. Louis, going back to the years when Dave Duncan was the pitching coach here. A lot of two-seamers, pitch to contact. I think John threw his slider a little bit more last year. So that could be a swing and miss pitch for him.
Well, you said it last year early on that Lackey, with the consistent velocity on his pitches throughout his career, has been pretty remarkable. 2-2.
Typically, guys get into their mid-30s, and you start to see velocity go down a bit by bit each year. Just a mile here, a mile and a half the next year, and before you know it, you're a guy that was once going 93, 94, who's at 89, 90. But he has been able to defy that.
He just struck out the side. All swinging. Guys who all knocked in runs in the first. Molina, then Adams, followed by Grichuk.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The new Mazda 3.
Now get the 2017 Mazda 3 for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash.
Welcome to Elk Grove Village. Our growing industrial park is the largest in North America. It makes sense. We're close to O'Hare, major highways, and rail lines, putting us first class in business class. We appreciate that a strong business park means a high quality of life for village residents. It's what motivates us to be beyond business friendly. Elk Grove Village, makers wanted.
Tomorrow night on CSN. Opening week continues as Brett Anderson makes his Cubs debut against Ryan Braun and the Brew Crew. Live stream the game on the NBC Sports app or at csnchicago.com.
Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card, only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Go time, 2-3-4 here. Second look at Lynn.
Bryant still seeking his first hit of the season. And a foul strike. Working from the first base side of the rubber. That pitch inside, and Chris didn't flinch at all. Almost looking like he wouldn't have minded it hit him. Now 2-1.
Been working him in. They've been working him up, trying to prevent him from getting extended. Oof. He will lament not getting into that one unless he, finds something else from Len in this at bat. But that was a pretty good pitch to hit.
Down the left field line, and it is just foul.
Put a good swing on that one, and Lynn got away with a little bit of a spinner, tried to throw him a slider. It sat right there in the middle of the plate.
Another 2-2. He struck him out for the second time today. That is 3 for Lynn.
Low 3/4 arm angle for Lynn, and he's good at elevating that fastball.
Rizzo flied to right. His first time up.
Double time. Ooh, could have been low. It's a big man up there. Molina lift that one a little bit, give Quinn Walcott a better look. Essentially stealing it for his pitcher.
Now, you never sat out an entire year due to an arm injury, right?
Did not, no.
I'd have to imagine there's some butterflies, right?
Oh,
from Lance
sure.
Lynn. I mean, we mentioned the fact he's in his free agent season. Did not pitch at all last year. Pretty important time in his career, 29 years old, due to hit free agency at age 30.
Yeah, I would imagine there were some extra butterflies anxious to get back out there in a real game. He pitched 6 minor league innings last year. And of course had this spring to get ready, but still nothing like that first regular season outing.
Good battle here between Lynn and Rizzo. I don't know if you subscribe to the Players Tribune. I do get those emails every once in a while. And a really nice piece penned by Anthony earlier this week about Game 7 in Cleveland. He admitted he didn't sleep much the night before and actually had a lot of self-doubt. Pounds that one on the ground to Carpenter.
I did not read that story.
Yeah, you should, I'll send it to you.
Does it cost money to subscribe?
I don't think so. I think it's free to subscribe.
So what did he say? What was
just said you think about how enormous it is, and just admitted he was nervous going into Game 7.
I can imagine. I think everybody had to be nervous.
I think he wrote about, I hope I don't have a ball go through my legs.
I think I remember hearing him talk about that around the time of the convention. He was asked about it, and he had those thoughts.
Yeah, it says, what if I let a ball go through my legs? What if I strike out with a game on the line? What if I drop the ball in the last out of the World Series?
Well, the whole Billy Buckner experience, right? Everybody in the game, remember, and how he was vilified for so long in Boston, and especially with the Cubs, with the 108 years of not winning the World Series, with so much on the line.
Two and two on Zobrist. You see Lynn away. Jerko will throw out Zobrist. Lynn has been sharp through 4, allowing just 1 hit so far.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed on nights that start out as afternoons. Miller Lite. Hold true.
If you call Chicago home, you know it's not the subway. It's the L. There's only one tallest building. Real pizza's baked in a dish, and it better be deep. And there's only one way true Chicagoans pay. Wintrust. Bring it home, Chicago.
To err is human. to anticipate is the Lexus RX. With pedestrian detection, auto braking, and lane departure alert, standard. Experience another step closer to a safer world. Experience amazing.
Ideal Garage Doors from Menards are known for quality and a wide selection. They've been American-made for over 50 years and offer many different style options to personalize your garage. Right now, special order Ideal Garage Doors are on sale. Protect your basement and keep it dry with Barracuda pumps. This stainless steel sump pump with a cast iron base pumps up to 4,800 gallons per hour. Get it for $149 now during the Menard Days sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Back here in sunny but cool St. Louis, Cardinals in the rubber match lead 3-0. Where were you the last time the Cubs opened the season as the defending World Series champions? Well, there were only 46 official U.S. states. 10 U.S. presidents had not been born. Jed Jerko in the air to left. Kyle Schwarber drifting back on the warning track, and he makes the grab for the out. So when we say, where were you? The answer, I think, is going to be you weren't you yet. There was no National Hockey League, no NFL, no NBA. The other three major sports had yet to be established. Wild.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Gas was only 2 cents a gallon.
We had some fun last night. Had a great dinner with our crew: Mark Brady, Skip Ellison, Vince Lodel. And, you know, we have what we call billboards. Cubs baseball on CSN, brought to you by, and we read all of our sponsors. And we had done that back in April of 1909. Cubs baseball brought to you by The Wheel.
Didn't somebody say fire?
Lonnie's Spittoons. On one bounce to Ben Zobrist.
Lackey weathering the storm after that rough first inning. Counting the double play in the second inning, has retired 8 in a row now. Well, big sturdy right-handers pitching in this game today. It's a good thing the way that wind is blowing. Little guy might get blown around out there.
Two. Indians off to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, they're doing some damage against that Texas Ranger bullpen. Francisco Lindor with a 9th inning grand slam.
First grand
game last night.
Slam of his career. George Springer, 3-run homer in the 13th to beat the Mariners. Astros 3-0 for the first time since 2001.
Dexter repositioning himself. Lynn is flying
Smart.
2 balls over his head now.
Lackey's 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Lynn goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Lackey, trailing 3-0.
When did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we do things differently. So differently, we invented a word for it: transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It means respect. Because we don't just fly you, we like you.
I've always believed that caring for families is the best way to keep our community healthy and safe, which is why I do things like provide opportunities for children to learn through the Reading Buddies program, help fund child safety programs, and give to the homeless. It's also why I got into personal injury law. It gives me the opportunity to help people at a time of tremendous loss, because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family when you buy or lease from any of our 31 locations. You also get our Fields amenities that include free loaners, car washes, and our gourmet coffee bars and cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now you can get 0% APR financing on all new 2017 Volvo XC60s at Fields Volvo Northfield on Frontage Road.
And Fields matters because you matter.
See Fields first at volvonorthfield.com.
Cubs, Brewers, tomorrow at 7 on CSN.
Cardinals lead 3-0 as we look around baseball and some dramatic finishes. Last night, we mentioned Lindor. Sandy Leon, a walk-off 3-run shot for the Red Sox. Sano and Escobar, big nights for the Twins. Cubs trying to get something going against Lance Lynn, a guy they had knocked around a lot a couple of years ago before he went down to Tommy John surgery, but 4 innings. He's allowed 1 hit. That was a John Lackey 3rd inning single.
Yeah, Lynn in his first career 6 starts against the Cubs, he was 5-1 with a .252. His last 8 starts against the Cubs, 1-5 with a 5.75 earned run average. So had 2 different guys, and Lynn today looks like the guy who got off to that good start against the Cubs in his career. Second time around the order, he has shown an inclination to mix his pitches a little bit more. We've been talking all afternoon about his fastball dependency, but more sliders and changeups here lately.
So fun to look at the batting ratios of certain guys, young players, as they mature at this level. Addison Russell's strikeout rate went down last year, which you would hope for and maybe even expect as he grounds out. Walk rate went up just a little bit.
This Monday, next Monday, the 17th, join the Cubs for the first ever industry night presented by Jim Beam. Restaurateurs, baristas, and concierges are encouraged to buy specially priced tickets for that game to receive a wooden coaster with a built-in bottle opener. That's presented by Jim Beam. For tickets, visit Cubs.com/community nights.
Hayward 0 for 1. Line shot. Top spinner's going to drop in front of Grichuk.
Good swing there. Get on the backside of that one. Hit it on a line. Second hit of the day for the Cubs. John Lackey has the other one.
Montero, new role for him as the backup to young Wilson Contreras, third season with the Cubs. Open the NLCS with the big go-ahead grand slam. He knocked in a run in the 10th inning of Game 7 of the World Series. Hit some big homers in the regular season, too. Remember the walk-off against Milwaukee, right? When the Cubs were going to celebrate the division championship.
That's right, yeah. Shown pretty good power the other way the last couple of seasons. Generally does not get cheated in situations like this.
Three and nothing. Cubs have yet to get a runner to second base.
Well, and I'd greenlight him here too, getting down to the bottom of the batting order. Guy who's capable of doing damage. He gets a fastball to his liking. I would like to see him turn it loose.
Pitcher strike.
Appeared to be taking all the way.
Do you have theories on what the wind does in this park? Because I've never really figured it out.
No, I just know, talking to some players the other day after the game, that the wind was really knocking the ball down.
See, it looks like it's blowing out.
Yeah. That's a good swing.
3-2.
See, I don't know if all the signage in the outfield, if that creates a swirling effect. You know, the way the grandstand wraps around a little bit.
Got the ballpark village across the street. 3-2, swing and a miss, so Lynn comes all the way back to get Montero. Make sure you follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long at CSNChicago.com, presented by nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. 2 outs, Hayward still at first. Lackey, 2 for 2.
John's going to go into that dugout and say, what is the big deal here, fellas? You guys are overthinking this. Get up there, see when you like it, take a whack at it.
Second time of his career he's had 2 hits. The last August as a Cub as well. So Jay brought in to share time in center with Albert Almora. The Cubs also mentioned his personality, his clubhouse leadership skills after the retirement of David Ross.
Got a lot of postseason experience from his years with the Cardinals.
Right when he signed with the Cubs at the end of November, his wife Nikki gave birth to twin girls. And he said he wants to mentor Albert Almora like he was mentored here in St. Louis by Carlos Beltran. Did you know that John Jay was at Wrigley Field for the World Series?
No.
He had planned to be in South Bend to see his alma mater, Miami, play Notre Dame in college football and found a ticket to Game 3. Pretty cool. The 1-2. And a base hit. Here comes Hayward, and the Cubs are on the board. Lackey trying for third. Come on, John. He's in. Jay safe at second. How about the base running by John Lackey?
Yeah, I think he caught everybody by surprise, including me. But yeah, his ability to get to third allows Jay to move into scoring position himself, where base hit could tie this ball game. John Lackey playing the whole game. Jay's always been good. That ball's up in the zone. A good high ball hitter. He gets on top of that one. You see Lackey's breaking it down. He's like Deacon Dexter. Breaking it down at second and then goes ahead, turns the corner, gets to third. Jay in behind him safely at second.
So that could be significant. An outfield single here could tie the ball game. Bottom of the order getting it done. And the pitch to Schwarber is off the outside corner. So Schwarber in that leadoff spot twice today has batted with runners on base. And that was the theory. And Joe Madden said, I'm going to bat the pitcher eighth and I'm going to lead off with Schwarber. This, by the way, is the Cubs' first 3-hit inning in this series.
First real pressure they put on Lance Lynn here today. 3 up, 3 down, the first, second, and fourth innings.
Two and two. Making him work here in the fifth. There it is. It's full, 3-2.
Yeah, he's got a base open. Might not want to give in. I mean, it's a scary proposition, even though Chris Bryant is off to a tough start so far this year and has punched out twice today. Never all that keen about facing the reigning MVP with the bases loaded. Molina wants to make sure that they're on the same page in terms of their thought process before this pitch. He wants to talk to Lynn about how aggressive he wants him to be with this 3-2 offering. Kyle struck out last time, went out of the zone on a pitch that was up and away a little bit. This is where all the homework pays off, all the studying and hitter-pitcher tendencies.
And they're loaded.
That's the old, okay, I'm going to throw him a fastball, but I'm not sure that I trust it. I'm going to throw it 110 miles an hour and just kind of airmailed it.
So here's Bryant. Bases loaded. 2 outs. A run in. First trouble Lynn has had all day. Here we go. Foul tip. 0-1.
Yeah, just a little anxious getting out of his game.
Lackey the runner at third. Jay is at second. Schwarber at first. Matt Bowman just starting to get hot in the Cardinal pen. One. This will be run down by Fowler. So the Cubs settle for one. They're on the board, 3-1 in the fifth.
We're already preparing for the postseason. It takes months to get it right. Every detail is important. Now it's time to suit up and uncork a winning season. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Can you believe it?
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together, to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
At Honda, we're proud of our heritage. Like with the Civic. It's stylish. And fast, with great performance and handling. All things we learned building engines like this. So hurry in to the Honda Dream Garage sales event.
Right now, you could get a great deal on the Fit. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Nobody should go to bed hungry.
That's right, Joe. That's why our friends at Binny's Beverage Depot donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit.
Here's to another great year.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with a T-Mobile In the Loop update. Cubs juggle the rotation due to yesterday's rainout. Jake Arrieta will now start Sunday in Milwaukee on normal rest. John Lester pushed back to Monday night's home opener with the Dodgers. And don't forget, 2 more games tonight on CSN. Bulls in Philadelphia, Blackhawks in Anaheim. Now we go back to Len and JD in St. Louis. Boys.
Tonight on CSN, the Bulls head to Philly as they look to build some momentum going into the playoffs. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Bulls pregame live presented by Coors Light and live stream on the NBC Sports app. John Jay with his first hit and RBI as a Cub. Cubs are down 3-1. Cardinals batting here in the fifth.
Checking the wind currents.
Now you can see it is pretty windy on the field. And Fowler takes a strike.
Oh, good let up by Lackey. There he is, checking the wind, letting everybody know. Might need an extra club.
So the flags in right above the auxiliary scoreboard look like they're blowing out, but as we saw, he had the wind going in the opposite direction. One away.
Yeah, it's above the out-of-town scoreboard here in right field. That's the arch there in the background. And a little different picture out there in left center.
Diaz waves at strike one. Reds lead the Phillies in the 8th, 7-4. In that one, Michael Lorenzen, a pitcher with a pinch hit home run for Cincinnati.
Yeah, he has said he wants to be a two-way player.
Trouble, left field corner. Diaz has a double. Own a piece of Cubs history as part of the Cubs' ongoing effort to restore and modernize Wrigley Field. Several sections of seats have been or will be removed. These seats are now available to purchase in sets of 2. Visit Cubs.com/seat sale for more information. Can't wait to get back home Monday night. Cubs and the Dodgers.
So you see Lackey, who usually very aggressive throwing that first pitch strike, being very cautious there to Carpenter with a man in scoring position. It's an interesting matchup because Carpenter generally takes the first pitch, but RBI situation, sometimes he changes his approach.
One and one. Good location, 1 and 2.
Struggle in the first, would have been more efficient had they been able to turn the double play, but they did not. And John has done a very nice job not letting that affect him.
Diaz will get third.
Well, that changes the dynamic for sure. Infield will have to come in now.
So a wild pitch charged to Lackey. Cubs would prefer not to give that run right back to the Cardinals that they got in the top of the inning. Full count on Carpenter.
Yeah, you know, Lackey doesn't like to walk people. He's usually very aggressive, but I would think the mindset here has got to be, let's just try to make a perfect pitcher's pitch. See if Carpenter will be willing to expand. If not, then play for the double play with Molina. Again, big pitch merits a conversation. The chase pitch for Lackey against a left-handed hitter a lot of times is that slider down and in towards the back foot. In this situation, sometimes the elevated fastball is a good idea because hitters with a man on third, less than 2 outs, are looking up. I just want to get something up that I can lift in the air, hit a fly ball well. Go higher than high. Get up, you know, above that happy zone, about shoulder high. Again, it's Carpenter doesn't chase a lot, but if your thinking is you don't mind walking him in this situation, that's not a bad play.
That's exactly what happens.
The exact situation they had back in the first with Molina up there, 1 out, first and third.
Swing and a miss.
It's a very defensive swing on 0-0. Like it was almost like you would see hitters swing with 2 strikes.
fouled away.
He's really trying to stay inside the ball to make sure he gets it airborne to stay out of that double play.
The pitch out in the left center. It'll be Schwarber to make the grab. But a sac fly for Molina. 4-1, so they answer right back.
Wild pitch factors in the scoring. 2-strike pitch. Molina quiet with the lower body, uses the hands, gets the job done. His second RBI of the day.
Carpenter's at first, 2 outs, a run in.
John just shook his head no 8 times.
Well, it was the 9th sign that he knew was going to be a called strike. I mentioned Adams had never played the outfield prior to Tuesday night. Prior to this spring, he hadn't recalled playing in the outfield since Little League. And as you said, his ability to play the outfield is pretty important if he wants to keep that bat in the lineup. Popped up, foul territory. Bryant over there with Montero, but no play.
Yeah, and I think Adams is a guy, a hitter who you could still see develop more power. He's a big, strong guy, obviously, but he's always been more of a line drive type hitter. 16 home runs last year, but I think there's more in there if he were to make some mechanical changes in his swing, perhaps. But Brandon Moss, big power threat, is gone. Matt Holliday is no longer in a Cardinal uniform, so they need numbers from Matt Adams. Johnny Peralta getting the day off, at least to this point. The Cardinal hitters, he's the guy who's had the best numbers against John Lackey, but Mike Matheny, like every other manager this time of the year, trying to get all his guys into the mix.
Adams fans to end the inning. Sac fly Molina makes it 4-1 St. Louis after 5.
Your official Rolex jeweler is James & Sons in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
Internet speed's 20 times faster. AT&T Fiber sounds amazing.
Wait a sec, I'm not done yet.
Less than 12% of AT&T homes actually qualify. Huh.
Hold on.
Everyone else gets our other slower internet speeds, but no one reads this stuff anyway except for the old guy with the binoculars. Huh.
Don't be fooled by AT&T. Xfinity delivers the fastest speeds to the most homes. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Tonight on CSN, with only 2 regular season games remaining, the Blackhawks look to get in playoff shape as they face Ryan Getzlaf and the Ducks. Coverage starts at 8:30 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live on CSN+.
legendary James Taylor returns to Wrigley Field on Monday, July 17th with special guest Bonnie Raitt. Don't miss your chance to see this rock and roll Hall of Famer. Tickets are available now at Cubs.com/James Taylor.
Cubs trail by 3 once again. Rizzo with a little tapper foul. Well, they're playing today in Chicago. That's good news. Tigers and White Sox. White Sox have a 2-1 lead in the third. Game time temp was 48.
Very windy back there today, though, right?
Very windy in the Midwest. Bowman is up again.
Yeah, they may be going just batter by batter here with Lynn now as he approaches 90 pitches. I don't know if they'll have a conservative approach with him coming off a year of not inactivity. He was working to come back, but he did not pitch last year.
Rizzo can open the throttle here. And the Cubs AAA affiliate, the Iowa Cubs, will open their season tonight in Oklahoma City against the Dodgers affiliate. South Bend got rained out. I think they're on the road. West Michigan, they're going to play a doubleheader tomorrow. 3-2. Rizzo. Line shot out into deep left, and it's over Adams, who falls down. Rizzo to second. He's got a double.
Good start for the Cubs in the sixth. Rizzo works a deep count. Fastball out over the plate. I don't know if a more experienced left fielder would have made a play on this ball, but I was pretty sure Matt Adams was not going
to. An awkward looking spill.
Required a better read and would have changed the angle on the approach to that ball, but that's not an easy play with a left-handed hitter hitting the ball kind of on a line in that direction. And again, a guy out there with virtually no experience in the outfield, that was going to be a tough go.
Zobrist 0 for 5 in the series. Most valuable player of the World Series last year. Played on the world champion Royals the season before. He pops it up. But no play. Ben's wife Juliana will sing God Bless America prior to the home opener Monday. That will precede Wayne Messmer's national anthem.
Wayne came out to Arizona and sang out there a couple of times to get ready for opening day.
Did. In fine mid-season form. That'll be banner night Monday, the ring ceremony prior to next Wednesday night's game. Two balls, two strikes. Looking forward to the new plaza, and every time we step into Wrigley Field for the first time in a season here these last few years, lots of new stuff. Well, you look at Lynn and that jersey in the pants. The wind is really gusting. Busted him inside. Full count.
Yeah, see now, Ben, I don't think he was wearing these glasses last time up, was he? Different pair of glasses going on there. Wind could be an issue for hitters too, especially if guys wear contact lenses. A day like today, get dry.
That will get Rizzo to third with one out.
No doubt hoping for more, but at least getting Rizzo to third base with one out will make Russell's job a little easier. It will not be against Lance Lynn, however. Double switch time for the Cardinals, it looks like.
So Mike Matheny telling Quinn Wolcott of his plans, including Stephen Piscotty into the game. Looks like Matt Adams is coming out. Grichuk's going to head to the other corner outfield spot. Matt Bowman when we come back.
Thanks for the ride.
No problem.
Did you get a new car?
Yeah, I just got it from Continental Motors.
Continental Motors?
Yeah, my parents have bought all their cars from Continental, so I knew that's where I should go.
Well, how was it?
It was great. They made it super easy, and it felt like buying from family.
Do you think they'd treat me like family, too?
Oh, absolutely.
Experience the Continental difference, where smiles are standard equipment. Locations in Countryside, Hinsdale, and Naperville. ContinentalMotors.com.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede.
I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
In case you need anything, just give me a call. Thank you.
P.O. Box 17. Of course I'm a real company.
You got the area code.
Everything your customers see tells a story. Let the UPS store help you tell the right one. From business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Come in today for help.
Call of the Pen brought to you by Weber's Sauces and Seasoning. Call Grilling Flavor to the Bigs.
This is right-hander Matt Bowman into the ballgame for the Cardinals. He pitched a scoreless inning on Tuesday. He throws a fastball, low 90s, slider, leans heavily on his slider, also has a changeup. Last year was his rookie year with St. Louis.
So Piscotty is into the game in right. Grichuk heads over to left. Adams is out. That's where the pitcher spot will be in the batting order. Infield back with a 3-run lead. And ball one.
Talking about Russell, last time he was up in his development, cutting down on the strikeout rate. Huge splits difference last year, home and road. Put up very good numbers at Wrigley and did not on the road, and that's not atypical for a young hitter. I suspect those road numbers will get a lot better this year.
Sitting now in a favorable count. And set. Here it is. Pulled foul. So let's go back to that double by Rizzo. And this is the one great thing about the new analytics and StatCast, all this stuff. So when you see the way Adams played this ball, just aesthetically, it didn't look good, right? Well, we now can say that the way that ball was hit, StatCast basically said 7 out of 10 times that ball is caught. So that, to me, JD, is the value of all these new numbers and the way they're able to measure defensive movements down the left field line, and this one will go foul. So, for instance, the Adams fly ball that was caught by Almora, 9 out of 10 times that's a home run at that launch angle and exit velocity. So
let me ask you this, and I think I know the answer. I'm pretty sure you will. Does outfielder positioning matter, or do they just take a look at the launch angle?
I don't know how they formulate what they do. Hit hard, kicks off the mound to Wong. He'll take the out at first. Russell gets an RBI on the ground out. Rizzo in. It's 4-2.
Well, again, the same story with Russell as Zobrist, hoping for more, but premium there, making sure you put the ball in play, hit it sharply. The mound took a bite out of it. Probably cost him a base hit. He'll have to settle for an RBI ground out. Wong well positioned. Yeah, so I'm guessing, right, they must, take into account the position of the fielder, velocity, launch angle, where the ball ended up, and say, well, 7 out of 10 times that guy's going to run that ball down. Or do they just have a database of historical outcomes that says a ball hit that high, that's
a great question.
That angle is turned into an out? I don't know.
Darren Willman, great follow on Twitter, Director of Baseball Research and Development for MLB. This could be a hit, and it is. Infield single, Jason Hayward. That'll work. Played like a bunt.
Big of beauty. 2-hit day for Jason. Solid line drive single to right last time. And a little gyro ball to Jerko. A gyro to Jerko.
Willman sent out a tweet this offseason that I thought was pretty cool. He said Jason Hayward did not misplay a fly ball all of last year. Essentially, a ball that should have been caught was. There was one blooper that fell in at Wrigley Field, but Willman said that ball was, quote, charged to Zobrist. Making a lot of advances in defensive metrics. One and one. Grichuk has it. Cubs get another run, back within 2.
Command the road in a new 2017 Toyota Camry. Thanks to a NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating and legendary reliability, peace of mind comes standard. And at such a great value, there's no wonder why Camry's been America's best-selling sedan for 15 years in a row. Tested, trusted Toyota. Right now, get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on a new 2017 Camry. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight on CSN. The Bulls head to Philly as they fight for the final spot in the playoffs. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Bulls pregame live, presented by Coors Light, or stream live on the NBC Sports app.
Hey, I thought you were choosing the flute.
Everyone's doing flute.
Buick now has an SUV for them.
Where's your brother?
Hey, Mom, it's a tuba.
Buick Enclave, one of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Discover the new Buick and get 16% below MSRP on select 2017 Buick SUVs in stock. That's nearly $8,000 on this 2017 Buick Enclave.
The Jeep brand presents Great Moments in the Great Outdoors. April 27th, the Wright family learned to live off the land.
Ow.
June 18th, Dave unleashed his inner hamster. August 9th, Brian Jr. looked away from his phone for 3 whole minutes. Find your moment with great deals at the Jeep Spring Clearance event.
Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
Cardinals lead the Cubs 4-2. 1-run games Sunday and Tuesday. 2-run games so far. John Lackey's been real good. 3 of the 4 runs he gave up, you could say, should not have scored due to a missed double play opportunity. As he works here in the 6th inning, 7 strikeouts through 5 innings.
What did I miss? Anything?
You missed
a promo?
Nothing. Just talking about John Lackey.
Talking ball.
You are welcome to jump in. 1-1.